Right, hello, good evening, and welcome. I'm just waving there and pointing there, trying my hand at something. My name is Paul. I'm also called Knack. You've probably seen my daily teasers go past. Sort of up here is where I'll put a link to the relevant videos. Probably also seen me talking about TV shows I've enjoyed, and again, I'll put that up here. Okay, I've been talking about Star Trek Discovery just recently. And I also, when I get a chance, I also try and talk about films I've seen. I've not seen many just recently because I've been trying to do 2 or 3 things, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 things all in one go. So I've not seen as many movies as I'd like to have checked out. Last night, though, I did. I actually managed to go and see the most recent, highly anticipated film that is Wonder Woman 1984, occasionally styled as Wonder Woman 84 and just WW84. I've got to say, I think I'm mildly impressed. Let me try and give you a summary if I can. Wonder Woman 1984, stylized, as I've already said, as Wonder Woman 84 and WW84, opens by showing us a very young Wonder Woman, a very young Princess Diana, played by Lily Aspel in these opening scenes, in a tough competition on her island home of Themyscira, only to be removed from the contest by her aunt Antiope, Robin Wright, after she's caught cheating, taking a shortcut, jumping on a horse. And it sees Antiope telling her niece, no true hero is born from lies, which possibly is going to come back later. It's one of those lines, isn't it? At any rate, many years later, in the 1984 of the film's title, we find Gal Gadot's version of Diana as a senior anthropologist at Washington's Smithsonian Institute, dealing with odd bits of rock, ancient Latin texts, and in between all of this, muggers, art thieves, and robbers at the local mall. Robbers, muggers, art thieves, and closed-circuit TV security systems. Diana is, of course, a superhero who's very protective of her privacy. She's been on the planet Earth in the outside world since World War One, and she'd rather not have people clock her photo. At any rate, after her anonymous heroics at the mall, Diana heads back to work, meeting new employee Barbara Miniver, Kristen Wiig, along the way, and new donor, Max Lord, again on the way. She finds that Barbara's been handed a problem, a mysterious Roman artifact that calls itself the Dreamstone, that, unknown to her, but guessed by Barbara, the Dreamstone is something very powerful that can actually grant wishes. And it's only when she meets her long-dead lost love, Steve Trevor, Chris Pine, at a party, Wonder Woman starts to realise something. She starts to realise that being careless about what you wish for can come in handy. Now, in case you've not seen one of my movie reviews or read the online ones on my blog, Knickknacks Whole Peculiar before now, I've got a 5-star system, or rating system, going from 0 stars at the bottom all the way up to 4 at the top. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 stars, believe it or not. Count from 0 to 4. Okay? So I tend to give 0 stars to films I am going to tell you to outright bloody well avoid. And I give you 4 stars to a film that's, whether it's artistically pure or whether it's just purely entertaining, I give 4 stars to a very good film indeed that I think you should go and watch, preferably as soon as possible. 0, forget it. 4 stars, go see it. And I go anywhere in between, depending on what I think a film's like. I do 1, 2, and 3 as well. The original Wonder Woman, when I saw it way back in the day, got 4 stars. Yes, I know what you're saying, it's 5 fingers, but it's actually 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I gave it 4 stars, and I told people to go and see it because it's bloody entertaining. It really is. What you're probably saying to yourself right at the moment, you're probably sitting there saying, Paul, drink your water and tell us what you thought about Wonder Woman 1984. What did you think about it? How has it scored? How has it done? What did you think? It's bloody fantastic. It really is rather good. Granted, it comes in at 2.5 hours, or just over 2.5 hours, about 151 minutes, which these days, the older I get, I find that off-putting. I prefer to see a shorter film, frankly. Granted, Christopher Pine's appearance, not his performance, his appearance as Steve Trevor seemed a little forced. He does his usual superb performance in the part. He's a good counterbalance to Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman. They're a good pairing, if you will, and they play the relationship very well. It just seemed a little forced to me, but it does make sense. Towards the end of the film, you sort of realise what's going on with the Dreamstone, and you find out how key his presence is. It just seemed a little false. Saying that, it was false though. Overall, like I say, he and Wonder Woman, the Steve Trevor, Princess Diana relationship plays well, as does that mirror image between Max Lord and Barbara Miniver. Again, plays very well. The action scenes in it are very well shot, very well staged. I think director Patty Jenkins is a very good action filmmaker, at least from what I've seen of the 2 Wonder Woman films she's directed. Pedro Pascal's another good. He gives us a performance that ranges from subtle to charming to utterly berserk and very watchable at any end of the scale. I have to say, I've only seen him in The Mandalorian, where he's very obviously a little bit wooden, bless him, but seeing him in this Wonder Woman film, it tells me the man's not a one-trick pony. He can do quite a bit more than just run around shooting aliens. At any rate, from as far as I am concerned, Wonder Woman 1984 is another great little entry in the franchise. It's certainly on a par with the original 2017 film, and if talk is true that there's a third film in the works, these first 2 entries gives me a basis to look forward to a third film. I'm hoping it's going to be good if these first 2 and if this one are anything to go by. Frankly, I've given Wonder Woman 1984 4 stars on my rating system. Go see it. I think you'll be pleased. Right, just as a kind of a footnote, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person thinking this. I don't know for sure. As far as I can tell, they didn't. But I have to admit, the mall robbery scenes at the opening of Wonder Woman 1984, I actually found the setting, the mall, very reminiscent of the mall used in Stranger Things Series 3. They're not, they're 2 different malls. Stranger Things, the mall was in Georgia, Wonder Woman 84 uses one in Virginia. But either way, I was looking at those settings and thinking, wow, off-spec is the phrase that's springing to mind here. Leave me a comment, let me know there, folks. Just as a final thought, there's a big party scene where Max Lord meets Barbara Miniver and Wonder Woman, Diana Prince, the Gal Gadot character, meets Steve Trevor at a big party. They use Welcome to the Pleasure Dome, the old Frankie Goes to Hollywood tune, as a sort of theme, as a piece of music for the piece. I've got to admit, it was very appropriate. I absolutely love that album, that first Welcome to the Pleasure Dome album. But it seemed to me they possibly missed a trick, and they missed the chance to use 2 tribes, or a version of 2 tribes, in the film's big climatic battle scenes. If you know the tune, tell me whether you were thinking of it as well at the end. Cheers, folks. Have a good day. Thank you for watching.